How's it going, guys? We are Hey Look Listen Gaming.
I'm Magic Nancy.
And I'm Lofty Pirate. We are joined today by our friend, insert name here.
Hello. He's a robot.
Yeah. No. Okay, so today we are going to be showing the intro video of Persona 5 because, you know, Atlas Japanese overlords will not allow us to show gameplay unless we have a capture card, which we're working on. But in the meantime, we are going to give a description of the game.
We're also going to do a little mini review about how the game is and all that. So let's get right into it. So if you've ever played the Persona series, obviously there's a lot to go by. And also a warning and heads up, there will be spoilers. So if you do not want to hear anything, this is your chance to turn back. So Persona 3 and 4 were really what went into what is Persona now. Persona 1 and 2 kind of was the stepping grounds for getting out of the Digital Devil Saga era, which was, you know, amazing, don't get me wrong, but really added more character element once they hit about Persona 2 level. And Persona 3 solidified it all.
Okay.
If you can agree.
Today we're going to go ahead and start with Persona 3 though, because both Magic and myself's memory on Persona 1 and 2 is just a little bit fuzzy. You know, it's been a while since that game's been playable.
Way a while.
So we're going to go back to the PS2 era for things really quick.
Woo!
Persona 3 is a game where you are a four-man team. You collect party members, obviously, like any RPG.
But of course, you can only have a team of 4 at a time.
Each time, and each character has their own particular skill. A persona is a manifestation of your will and true self. So,
yes.
Despite whatever you may show, you know, if you're in high school and stuff, you have your friend's bravado type. Like you have a persona that you have a facade. You put on a show for your friends because you think that's what you want them to see you as.
But on the inside, everybody has a darker side that we hide away from everybody.
Well, it's not always dark sometimes.
Well, not always, but there's things that we don't want people to know. And that is where your manifestation comes in, because those are the things that you hide away from people that you just don't want them to see, or you just deny over and over again.
And basically, in Persona, you use your persona to combat shadows. And shadows are the manifestations of evil intent and evil will, basically.
Yes.
They are the darkness and you are the light.
Yes.
So you're basically going to in Persona 3, there's something known as the dark hour. It's the 13th hour of the day, in between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. It's an unknown, supernatural, spectral hour.
And those with persona powers or ability to awaken their persona are the only ones left to awaken during this time.
Whilst everyone else is resting in their coffins.
That
yes.
You can't put it any other way.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fantastic. So the big thing about Persona 3 was you weren't able to control your team. That was a really hard time. Mitsuru, Ymir, and Karen was a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. And the other thing was apathy syndrome. The huge go around for Persona 3 was apathy syndrome. We get into Persona 4 era, and lo and behold, Atlas listened to their fans, and we had full party control. Now that was a huge difference, and also Persona 4 is way more lighthearted than Persona 3. There is darkness, yes, but it doesn't quite touch upon the really brutal side that Persona 3 put out.
Basically, the difference between Persona 3 and Persona 4 is your main character and my personal favorite protagonist, Minato Arisato, although you can change the name in any of the Persona / Shin Megami Tensei series, you can change the name to whatever you want, so theoretically speaking, if you want to name your character Fuckboy Supreme, go right ahead. But, long story short, canon name, each game has their own canon name for the protagonist. Usually it's shown in the mangas or the anime movies, whichever your preference, doesn't really matter.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Persona 3, their media outlet people did not get the message that they already had a canon name picked with the manga, and then later on changed the name to something else. I can't remember what it was, but the one in the movies. The one in the movies is different from the one in the manga. I personally go by the manga one because it sounds cooler than the one in the movie.
Moving on, though.
Yeah, moving on, basically. The difference between 3 and 4 is that 3 has you actually saving the entire world, as opposed to 4 where you're trying to stop a serial killer.
An outbreak of murders in your not your hometown, but your current town.
Yeah, basically. It's much more of a localized problem than a global problem.
The one thing about Persona 4 that was really irritating to a lot of fans was the 45-minute wait to play the game when it first started. Now we go to Persona 5, which is the heart of this whole video, and we saw a huge change. One of the biggest things that I really like that Atlas did at this game is you get in about 5 minutes and you're already doing like direct gameplay, and that was fantastic.
Feels so smooth.
It is. The whole feel of this game so far, for me anyway, it has been, think of basically an Ocean's 11 type feel where you're a group of thieves and basically cross any JRPG turn-based game with the anime Lupin the Third, and that is Persona 5, in a sense.
Mixed with waifu simulation!
Yes, because everybody has to make sure to max out their confidence.
You can date everybody.
You really
well,
can.
except for the guys.
Except this one, you have consequences. But I will not go into it because I'll let you all find out your own way.
But...
Don't worry,
I wanted to date all the waifus!
You still can, it's just you get consequences for it in this one. Persona 4, they let you literally date anyone and you got no consequences. That's why I named her the Persona 4 antagonist, the Harem Master. So getting into a little bit of the just regular story of this, it starts to take place where Akira Kurusu, also name can be changed, again, just general characterization name, goes to a small, well, not really small, but kind of like a big town called Shinjuku, where he is currently, whatever. He's in rehabilitation for a potential crime that he committed, which wasn't actually a crime. He actually saved a girl's life.
Presented by Atlas.
Yeah, he actually saved a girl's life, and he's just being treated like crap because he's a teenager, and the guy he was against was a politician who was in power. Basically, this entire game is about fighting the man. It's so far, that is literally all it's been.
I fought the law, and the law had better lawyers.
Pretty much, yeah. It really, it focuses around a lot of self-awareness and being yourself and kind of just learning to get through things and not be everyone's stepping stone. And the big thing with this game, for me anyway, is that you really feel the characters out. You get every bit of story from them. When you make your confidants, you get every bit of character development, and that is a huge key in every Persona game, your social links. Without those, you basically are powerless because your social links are ranked to your personas, to your abilities, to special things that you get, and of course, bringing up the actual end of the ultimate personas at the final bit when you finally reach that max social link. And of course, waifus. We can't deny that.
You can't have an anime-based game without waifus.
So yes. Not getting into any more spoilers because I really think you should all play the game. It's fantastic. Atlas did a great job, even though I can't show it to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would recommend to play it. So
there's plenty of free DLC about on the PlayStation Market right now as well.
Yeah, I think there's about like 10
free items?
No, not 10 free items. 10, I think, more about like 6 paid items, and then you got a whole bunch of free items. I highly recommend downloading that healing pack, guys. Yeah. There is an item in there that sells for 10,000 yen. You want to sell it, trust me, you don't need it.
And another thing, if you are a longtime Persona fan or even a Shin Megami Tensei fan, some of the paid DLC is actually the more popular Persona characters from the previous games, such as
Izanagi no Ka,
and Thanatos, the god of death,
and Sakuyahime, which not a lot of people actually know of. But
wasn't there Kaguya in there too? Yeah, there's. Okay, so the ones that I know of.
Yes, Kaguya. Oh, sorry, not Sakuyahime. Kaguya-hime. Yeah. I mix them up all the time.
Yeah, there's a couple, and each of these personas have 2 versions of them.
And they also have special. They actually have special attacks too that they added to them, like new actual attacks that are only privy to the game.
Right, and here's the thing, like with the newer games, they come with 2 different styles. As you can tell by some of the characters, you have that like black, gray, and red plaid kind of like pants look. That's your school uniform, often referred to as Picaro scheme. Yes. And basically, you have a standard version of the DLC personas and the Picaro. Yeah, basically, one's the original one, the other one is more
Persona 5-esque.
Yeah, more Persona 5 orientated to your new game.
Yes.
And we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up here because one, we don't want to give away too many spoilers, and two, we're on a time limit here, unfortunately.
And we really want you to play the game.
Yes, play the game, do it, buy it, smoke.
So if you like what you saw in this video, please subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to let us know if there's anything you would like to see us review. We are totally open to taking anything that you need. Check out our Facebook page. We'll also post updates there as well.
And if you're having a hard time seeing the videos or getting our notifications, just hit that little bell in the corner. Lets you know everything upcoming as well as current. Chris, insert name here. Would you like to insert your opinion here?
Check out my channel if you want to be part of the Master Race. That's all I'm gonna say.
Chris is our PC Master Race Guru.
Yes, he is the local expert on all things computerized.
Just extremely
I'm the
distracted
weeaboo.
by
Yeah, you're the weeaboo.
Ditto transforming into Tapu Lele. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
absolutely. Anyway, we all hope you have a wonderful day and keep gaming, guys.
Yep.
Bye.